What's up, Roadie Short people? I am on stage right now in front of Arejay Hale's kit. And the mastermind behind this kit, I don't mean Arejay, is Nikki Bobby. And Nikki Dotson?
Yeah.
Dotson, there he is. Drumtech extraordinaire.
How's it going, people?
How long have you been with Halestorm now?
A year.
A year, okay.
Yep.
So, a little background before that. I mean, you weren't always a drum tech.
Correct.
Okay, so how did this whole thing even start for you?
I was doing lighting and production stuff around Nashville.
Okay.
You know, constantly touring and all that.
Yeah.
And then I, met Craig a long time ago, so we just kind of knew each other.
Craig is?
Old LD.
Old LD.
Yeah. Cut that one out.
It's okay.
But yeah, I met them through friends and stuff, and then me and RJ just kind of hit it off,
Right.
and then that was it.
So before even meeting these guys and doing lighting, like, what even makes you want to even get into this?
I mean, I didn't even know this was a real job until I had a
Like
job.
most of us,
yeah.
dude. I was the same way. I was being a stagehand in
Yeah.
California or something, and I'm like, what, I can go on tour as a drum tech? What?
Yeah, I mean, I'm just word of mouth, being a kid and just always into music.
Okay.
And then I met Matt over at Bandit, and that's how I got into doing production.
Okay. So did you tour as a lighting guy?
Yeah.
You did?
For 12 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a long time. Did you hate it?
Eventually. I mean,
I hear that from lighting people.
You do the same thing all the time, and then, you just kind of get burnt.
Yeah.
But, so I moved on.
So not coming from a drumming background, like, how'd you learn about all this drum-wise?
Well, I mean, I played when I was 6 years old.
Okay.
So,
all right, so you were a player.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, I mean, I've always been into it.
I've met techs that aren't even players. So,
Yeah.
there's guys out there that are teching and they're not players, and you kind of wonder, so like, why would you even be interested?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And some of them are really great techs, and they just don't play.
Exactly.
They play a little bit just to get through the gig, but they don't actually play in a band or any of that stuff. So.
No, I just, always wanted to play them for, forever.
Yeah, cool. What's your favorite thing about touring?
About touring.
Yeah.
I mean, the same as everybody, getting to be somewhere different all the time. That's cool. But, meeting people and, relationships you wouldn't even think you would have.
True.
On
the flip side, what's the most horrible thing about touring? Or your least favorite thing?
If you eat today or not.
Okay, yep.
If it's worth it.
Lack of good food.
Yep.
Yeah, finding good food.
Yep.
So one of the reasons I asked you to do this was because this kit is very unusual, and I wondered if you mind just taking us through
Sure.
what you got going on.
So it's a Pearl reference. It is a maple birch hybrid.
Okay.
10, 12, 13, 14, 16 currently.
Okay.
With a 2020 kick.
Okay. Yeah. What I'm most intrigued by is I know RJ swings his microphone back and forth.
Correct.
Did you have to build some kind of stopper contraption up there?
No.
For it to stop?
I mean,
like at a certain point?
RJ is the mastermind behind this.
He is.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, he's very creative. But, so it starts here, and he'll grab it right here with his stick and pull it into him.
And that's his singing position?
Yep.
Okay.
That is singing position.
Yeah, so it stops at his singing position.
And it's crazy too, because he'll come in like on time, on the beat to, grab these things.
Yeah.
If you're like really watching him, it's like he's almost playing this swinging microphone too.
Right.
And then when he's done, he just throws it off and comes back around.
And it hits that point and stops at that point.
So where, that's
where you can grab it again.
Yeah, but also
very cool.
So it's not in striking.
And this is all drum hardware, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just all random bits that he's had.
That's really cool.
Through over the years.
I dig it. And then of course the big sticks.
The big sticks.
Which have been in his arsenal for
forever. It's the staple.
Everyone loves the big sticks.
They do.
You find that they dent the drums more or less?
Less.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean RJ plays pretty heavy-handed, you know. You just get into it. So
Yep.
I mean, we're all drummers are guilty of that. So
Yeah.
but no, it doesn't really bother the drums too bad.
Good.
Every once in a while, you know, I'll have to pop up and give it a little quick tune.
Yeah,
but
sure.
It's very rare.
What do you find being not from a well, I mean, you were a drummer, but not a drum tech background. So, you know, what do you think is the most difficult thing for you every day?
At the beginning, you know, just kind of working with our monitor guy and our front of house guy.
Yep.
You know, just trying to accommodate the both of them, you know, because he's hearing one thing, but he's hearing another. So
absolutely.
That was kind of my biggest challenge, was just, you know, but we, you know, work as a team, so we would just talk these things out, and now we're just all in sync. So it, you know, that was the most challenging thing about not being a backline tech before.
Sure. Yep. I mean, you had seen it a bunch, that's for sure. So.
Exactly.
So after this run, you guys have another run?
Yep, we do Europe for, I think, 6 weeks.
Okay.
6,
How much of a break do you have?
A month and a half.
So you're going to be home for a month and a half?
Yeah.
What do you love to do when you're home? When you're not on the road?
Honestly, not a lot of nothing. Go play frisbee golf, hang out with other roadie friends that are home at the time.
Yep.
Go skate a park.
Cool.
You know, just be a little active.
Yeah, more regular, kind of regular life.
Exactly.
Yeah, regularity. You know? You find that you have a decompression period when you get home. You got to kind of reacclimate.
I won't leave my house for probably like the first 5 days.
Yeah, I'm the same way.
You know.
Yeah, for sure. Well, I appreciate you taking the time,
Of course.
Man. You got any last piece of advice for someone that might want to get into this drum teching business?
Just be receptive of your people, because they're the ones that's really going to help you out on tour.
Right on. Cool. Thanks for taking the time. It's been a blast being out here with you, man.
I've had a great time too.
Yeah, it's almost done, and I'm kind of sad about it.
Yeah, me too.
But thanks for doing this too.
Of course.
Appreciate you, man. Thanks for watching, everybody.
Cheers.
Later.